Time Pro Wrestling, the commissioner of Big Time Pro Wrestling, and we're here to promote Freddie Cornell for another episode of In This Corner. And Freddie, it's been a while since we've been together. We've had a busy summer.
Yeah, we have. I mean, I've been, busy on vacation and stuff, and actually getting ready to go on another vacation with my lovely wife, and took the kids and been busy with the grandkids and stuff, and Labor Day weekend, and
Showtime Chris Miles has another fight coming up.
Yes, Chris Miles is actually getting ready to go to New York. We're actually heading there next week. Friday the 13th, he'll be in New York at the casino there, and going for his second title.
Second title.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll bring 2 titles back to West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're ready. I mean, he's ready. I mean, he's been dedicating his his time to the gym. Getting ready for, actually it will be his biggest fight yet, and also the guy he will be fighting will be his biggest fight. That's what people say. And so, I mean, the internet is all pumped and ready to go for Chris. I mean, wish him the best, but he's a machine.
Yes, he is, and I know he trained, with whatever he's doing, whether it's professional wrestling or MMA fighting. Chris always trains, and he's always at the top of his game.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about training, man. He's always been a trainer. I mean, he's dedicated himself to, middle school and, when he was younger. I mean, football, and every sport he ever played, he dedicated himself 100% and stuff. And I'm not just saying that because he's my boy and stuff, but I'm looking forward to him going out there and on the 13th. And a lot of supporters, even with the big time wrestling fans supporting Chris, we want to thank him very much for for all the supporters out there. We go on to the, want to thank the sponsors that gave him the sponsorships, that reached out and, for his sponsors, for his banner. I'll actually post that here before we leave. I mean, it's been an awesome time.
Sure.
Up there last time, and we had a great time up there, and he came out victorious.
And that fight's at the same casino in Schenectady, correct?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, and people can watch it. I believe it's going to be on pay-per-view this time also.
Okay, all right.
The internet pay-per-view. People can tune into that. Go to Chris's page, his, and he will be sharing. I'll be sharing it. You can share the link out when I clicked it to you.
All right.
And everybody can watch it on the 13th of September. Hopefully, he'll go up there and turn out the showtime.
Sounds good. Well, Freddie, as I said before, we've had quite of a summer. The 24th, let's talk about we'd like to thank everyone out there for coming to the Alley Strong
Gilkerson family
that we did out there. We had a really good time. There was a lot of entertainment, a lot of special things going on. Of course, big time wrestling. We had some awesome matches there. There was a battle royal.
Championship match was on the line. Ricky Cardinal came in, and he was victorious against Kid
Comet.
Yeah, the first time we saw
Kid Comet.
Excellent athlete.
Yes, he is.
I mean, great.
Yeah, Kid's actually one of the up and coming stars of the NWF there in Cincinnati.
Yeah, we want to also big thank out to NWF Roger Ruffin out there. Got a hold of him because actually that show was going back and forth just a little bit, as you know, and due to some issues of the property,
right.
And it came out that we was allowed to come, and we was happy to be there.
Yes.
And Big Time Pro Wrestling didn't care if he was if we came there even with 1 match or 2 matches. We was going to go on with the show, but we did a reach out to Roger Ruffin, and he sent some guys from down there. Kid Comet,
Icon.
Yeah, Icon went against. He got in short of a stick with Nate Gnarly. I mean, he came out victorious. So we still the champions.
And I can say that was a fantastic match. It was a fantastic match.
Icons has a way to go, but he is really
he's got what it takes. He's got what it takes.
I'm really looking forward to maybe in the future having him back, and also Kid Comet. It was a great show. I mean, Nate Gnarly returned his championship, regained it. I mean, he's still the River City's champion, and Ricky Cardinal came out victorious also, 1, 2, 3 as well. So no title changes on that show, but the main thing is Allie Gickerson was a smile on her face. I mean, bless her heart. I mean, Allie, if you're watching this video, I want to say thank you and your family for having Big Time Pro Wrestling there for the Gickerson's family for Allie's celebration. This young lady, Chris, as you can tell, been through a lot.
Yes, she has.
And we was so happy to be a part of this.
Be a part of that, yes.
I mean, it was a free show, and the wrestlers, came out and gave 100% to this young lady at the Huntington Police Farm, and it was wonderful, and she was the true champion.
Yes, she is, most definitely.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, wow, September 21st.
Oh man, things changed up.
Things
buddy.
changed up really quick. September 21st, Big Time Wrestling returns to the Good Samaritan Church Community Center, and with bell time is 7 o'clock. Is it bell time 7 o'clock?
Yeah, still 7 o'clock
Okay.
p.m. Doors will open around 6:30, maybe even earlier than that. We tell people doors open at 6:30, half hour before. Hey, we open the doors before at 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? If we're ready to come in, the wrestlers are all set, and the security's set to go, and the building's ready to go, and the show's all set up. I mean, we go ahead and open the doors, man. I mean, meet and greet with the guys and the girls. I mean, go ahead and come on in. Air conditioner building. Get out of the hot heat, line up. I mean, we just go ahead and open the door. But I mean, our home, we consider that our home base right now, and that is the Good Samaritan Church Community Center. I mean, they've been good to us, and they love having Big Time Pro Wrestling, Lord of the Rings there, and even the minister and the people there at the church comes and watches the show. A great family show we run, and they help the community, for the community somewhere for them to come. So, and this show is a very special show. I mean, Chris, it's we are body slamming for standing up for the autism and disabled people, people with disabilities, and also with autism, and Parkinson's, anything. This show is a very special show that that we're standing strong for, and for them to come out, we reach out to all of the facilities. I'm talking about the local facilities that gives services for the disabilities with autism or Parkinson's, any disabilities at all. And we're going out and we speaking to them. We stand beside them 100%. And as you know yourself, Big Time Pro Wrestling, gives them and gives them the tickets to come. For them to come and help,
so they can be a part.
Be a part of them. Just because you have a disability and stuff, you can still reach out and have fun.
That's exactly right. That's what it's all about. And
as you know, I mean, I've been in that field for quite a while now. My wife, and also some of the wrestlers, local wrestlers, that's with Big Time Pro Wrestling, that's on that poster and on the roster, works every day. That's their regular job. They work with them.
Working with those folks.
Yeah. So I mean, always be a part of that. So I mean, really looking forward to this show and seeing the smiles on everybody's face and stuff. So I mean, as you can know, the change up happens. So I mean, the Black Superman Onyx reached out to us.
Yes.
He's coming back on the 21st. He will be in the area, coming from a different show, and he reached out to us, and he's actually on the card. Will be in action that night. So I mean, I'm very excited for him.
And that's a real treat, folks, because if you've never seen the Black Superman Onyx, you're in for a really treat. He is one big man, and he's all business in that ring.
Yes, and as you know, the River City's champion Nate Gnarly's match has been changed.
Oh yes, it has been changed.
And we was talking earlier, and you was asking me, you didn't make this, Matt. I mean, I went over everybody's head, and Jason Kincaid sent out a message directly to me and asked me he wanted this match against Nasty Nate Gnarly. Don't ask me why. This is the first time ever they ever met in the square circle. I'm in, in the ring, and he asked me, and You know, and I talked to Jason, and
We brought it before the commission, and to me, the commission was deadlocked on it, and I had to have the last vote, and, you know, I voted for the match to go.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I wanted to go ahead with this match. It was going to happen one or another because I wanted to see it happen too, and for a couple reasons. You know, Jason Kincaid's been all over the world. As you know, he goes to Japan a lot. He goes to Mexico. He's the most, you know, this guy's going to go somewhere. He's a West Virginia native. He actually got trained by, you know, the late, great Scotty McKeever.
Scotty McKeever, yeah.
And I knew Jason for a long, long time. Me and that boy goes way back. And I'm very proud of what Jason accomplished in this sport of professional wrestling. And like I said, he's been everywhere. I mean, Canada, everywhere, all over the world. And he is a gift. And he carries that gift name very well. But, you know, I mean, he wanted it, and he's been watching the shows. I mean, everybody's been telling him how this Nate Gnarly is and stuff. And he wanted the River City's champ. And he asked me to make that match happen. And I said, okay. I mean, so got a hold of Nate Gnarly, told him there has been a match change. He was very excited, and Nate's ready for this match. I mean, and another reason why, Chris, and so Nate Gnarly needs this match. And that's why I'm telling Nate Gnarly. I think Nate Gnarly came to Big Time Pro Wrestling when I took a break there a little bit, and I went to watch some shows down through Kentucky area with Primetime Wrestling. One of the great, you know, to me, one of the greatest promotions in the state of Kentucky, and has the most dedication, talent, wrestlers in the world today. I mean, I'm not just saying
Headed
that.
up by Larry D, our good friend.
And Daryl Kelly.
And Daryl Kelly.
And I'm not just saying that because I know Daryl. But if you're all ever in the Lexington area, down that area at all, and if you're always looking for a great time of primetime wrestling, is the place to be. And it's some other great promotions out there. Don't get me wrong, in the state of Kentucky, but primetime wrestling, you know, has top talent wrestlers there. And as you know, Big Time Wrestling uses a lot of their talent.
Reverend Ronnie Roberts.
Yes, I mean, it's a lot of them over.
Yeah.
I mean, Victor Vargas is coming up there, ranking them, and Kayla, Ronnie Roberts,
Cassidy,
you know, Shovel Boys, Brandon. I mean, I knew a lot of them guys for a long time, but Nate Gnarly is one of them that I brought to me for the first time. When I saw Nate, I saw very talented. He is talented. And Ricky Cardinal, the other one I brought to the Big Time Wrestling roster along with Nate. Look at them both now. Came in for victorious. The River City's champion, Nate Gnarly, and look at Ricky Cardinal. You know, took out a lot of the talent wrestlers. I mean, went through the whole roster.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
sure
and
did.
Ricky's the current BTW champion. But back to Nate Gnarly and Jason the Gift Kincaid. Nate needs this match because this will be his biggest test in his career so far. And I'm really looking forward to this match. And I did it for Nate because I wanted to prove to the tri-state area that Nate Gnarly is one of the best professional wrestlers out there today.
No
I'm not
question.
talking about no damn sports entertainment.
Yeah.
Professional wrestlers.
No question about it.
And I'm doing this for Nate Gnarly to show the wrestling world that he's got what it takes. Because, I mean, I talked to him several times, and I think he's got what it takes to go one-on-one with the gift, Jason Kincaid. And he might do a big upset. And it wouldn't surprise me. And I look forward to that match.
Well, you know, Freddie, Nate gives, you know, that's one of the things we can say about Nate is he gives 110% when he steps into that ring. And you can tell it by his, you know, he's always focused on his opponent. He never wearies his concentration anywhere else but his opponent. and he's right there on his opponent, and it's going to be a fantastic match. I can tell you that, and folks, you don't want to miss that.
Oh yeah. Then we have upcoming star Christian James out towards the Tennessee area. Will be making his debut in Big Time Pro Wrestling. A great, wrestler, fantastic wrestler. Mentioned Ricky Cardinal, BTW champion. He's going to have his hands full for the first time ever too. I mean, he is going one-on-one with Showtime Chris Miles, and as you know, Chris Miles, been in the business. He started young, and 12 years old, 13. I mean, and the feud with Larry D is not over yet, but he goes one-on-one with Ricky Cardinal, and Ricky's going to have his hands full with Chris. I mean, Chris is a former BTW champion himself, the Tri-State champion. He holds several titles for promotions, and a former Big Time Pro Wrestling tag team champion, actually 3 or 4 times. So I'm really looking for that match too. Ricky's going to have he better be a lightning in a bottle, I'm telling you, because the toughest match yet for Ricky, and anything can happen that night.
Yes,
we got an action-packed card for you that night. September the 21st in Huntington, West Virginia at the Good Samaritan Church Community Center. I'm at top to bottom. Austin Cartier will be back in action. Lots more. Kayla will be there, and Matt Perez will be. Oh my God, ain't he something?
He's something else. Unforeseen Perez.
He's working his way up everywhere.
Yes, he is, and he is one of our up and coming stars. And I can tell you what, he gets in that ring, he goes. He's one ball of energy, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But he's good. But he really is good.
I mean, top show that night, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't want to miss it. Big Time Pro Wrestling returns back to Huntington, West Virginia on the 21st of September, Saturday night. Mark it down your calendars. I mean, so I know it's Chili Fest going on that day. But hey, after you go down to Huntington, West Virginia, and you eat some chili at the Chili Fest and stuff, where you want to make your way to is the west end of Huntington, West Virginia, at the Good Samaritan Church Community Center. If you've never been to the Big Time Pro Wrestling event, this is one of the events you do not want to miss. I mean, top show. You get the Barbersville Fall Fest going on that day also. I mean, but that evening,
right,
they want to be where at? None other than the Lord of the Rings event. Big Time Pro Wrestling, the finest promotion, that's going today in the state of West Virginia.
Amen to that.
I mean, it's been a great year so far, and we got our, mentioned years. I mean, we're not too far away for the holidays. We got the toy drive coming up, and the anniversary show coming up.
22 years, Freddie.
22 years of Big Time Pro Wrestling going strong.
And I've heard a rumor.
Let me tell you this.
I've heard a rumor.
Repeat that again. How many?
22 years.
Say it again, Chris.
22 years.
22 years. The longest running professional wrestling company in the state of West Virginia. And I'll say that again, professional wrestling. So as the words of the great Luthez and, or should I say the great, the words of Shane Douglas, professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
Look it up in the Wikipedia, he says, or whatever he said. Professional wrestling, not entertainment. And so, I mean, 22 years, man. I mean, time went fast.
Yes,
I was looking at some footage of the old shows and stuff. I mean, we started a long time ago at the Lincoln Junior High School and all that good stuff.
I think we ran just about every building in the venue in the tri-state area.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of promotions run through the state of West Virginia, but
some come and some gone. But we're still here, 22 years going.
Lord of the Rings, baby. I mean, but I mean, the anniversary show, that's November the 29th. Black Friday. We're running on a Black Friday night.
And I have heard rumors.
What have you heard?
Is it true?
Is what true?
Is it true that Rhino will be on the card?
Where'd you hear that?
The word the commissioner gets these little words come through my aura every day.
Well, I will tell the fans this. So like that. Yes, mark it on your calendars, Black Friday. former WWE star, tag team champions with Heath Slater, the original ECW War Machine himself, Rhino. Yes, he will be in Huntington, West Virginia, big time pro wrestling Lord of the Rings. Yes, I mean, his deposit money's already there to him.
But do we have an opponent for him?
Not yet, and I'm still thinking on it real hard, and and I'm gonna let the fans choose on that. I think we need to make a vote, and make the list go down, and see who they'd like to see.
Who would like to fill that bill?
Yes. So, Black Friday, yes. In Huntington, West Virginia, Rhino will be at Lord of the Rings Big Time Pro Wrestling. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is true, Chris. So there's your answer, yes. Well, that's the anniversary show, November 2. Remember, on Black Friday, after everybody does their shopping on Black Friday and stuff, that night they didn't make their way down to Big Time Pro Wrestling for a great night of wrestling action. And I got some other surprises too that night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It ain't yet shit. Yeah. Oh, Freddie's in the works yet. Yes, indeed. So, that's our anniversary show. 22 long years.
Well, for something for the longevity of that, it's wonderful.
Yeah. I know Rhino will be there, and I'll tell you somebody else already is on the card too. I mean, if you want to hear that too.
Yeah. Look,
who's making his way back?
Who's making his way back?
The Madman Pondo, baby.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I'm looking for a real treat opponent for him. Madman Pondo.
Yes, one and only.
Yes, he'll be on our anniversary show as well. Me and Pondo goes way back. He did. We met each other about almost a decade ago, I think. And of course.
And Pondo, he's a ring veteran now. He's been
Japan and all.
He's been.
They made his own. He got his own beer out there at one time.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
You need to ask him that.
I'll have to ask him about that. And
yes.
I can tell you what, when you got Madman Pondo on the card, look out, because it's going to be action personified.
Yeah. So there's two right there. I mean, of come from extreme athletes right there. You know what I'm saying? So yes. So yeah, I'm looking forward. But back to that's November. We're still in September.
We're still in September.
September to 21st. So please mark it on your calendar. Share the poster. The best word of advertising, ladies and gentlemen, is the word of mouth, and we appreciate everybody that supports Big Time Pro Wrestling Lord of the Rings. Come on out for this special show we're having, and go on our page here. Share this blog. Share the poster, ladies and gentlemen. Share the commercial video. Share the poster out to all your friends and family. And I'm really looking forward for September the 21st. Back at the Good Samaritan Church Community Center. In Huntington, West Virginia.
Yep.
And it's right there off of. People say, well, ask me a few times. When you get off the interstate on 5th Street, take Johnstown Road straight there, Harveytown Park. It's a historic land, Harveytown. As you know, I live near Harveytown.
Right.
As we speak, we're
right
right after my driveway.
We are sitting right here at Castle Cornell.
Yeah, Castle Cornell, as he calls it. Yeah. It's starting to look like a castle, ain't it?
Yes, it is. It's coming together.
We had our Labor Day party here, and everybody's like, my swimming pool, all kinds of good stuff, and the cabins, and everybody said, man, you do a lot of work to this place.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got to give credit to my wife. She does it all.
Yes, she does.
She got a mind like no tomorrow. She needs to go, and I'll tell people that she needs to go and get ideals to people for the homes.
She sure does.
But yes, but ladies and gentlemen, this is with Christopher Angel, the commissioner here in Big Time Pro Wrestling. Chris, was always a pleasure being with you, man.
You too, Freddie.
Hopefully we can get back on the road this weekend. Maybe go check out a show and see some more talent. Been almost a month since we've been on there, and we'll maybe talk more on the road. But the 21st, mark it on your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. It's Big Time Pro Wrestling returns to the Good Samaritan Church Community Center. For a very special event. Standing strong for disability people and also with autism. Very, very special show. I'm very excited to be a part of this show. To see the smiles on their faces are just worth it all.
Absolutely, it sure is.
I mean, it really is. And and we look at back at Chris, like I told you, I mean, I mean, they are the true champions. I mean, in my eyes, they are.
Sure.
I mean, anybody going through a rough time, wounded veterans or anybody, I mean, I support them, and active military people and all that. I mean, as you know, we always been a part of everything like that.
Sure.
Big Time Pro Wrestling. Once again, I want to do a special thanks to all of our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, for Big Time Pro Wrestling. LuLu Mart in Huntington, West Virginia, 14th Street West. Cam's Ham, First Street, right?
First Street, yes.
First Street. Been around a long time.
Yes, they have.
The world famous flaked ham sandwich. Also, I want to thank 93.7, the Dawg radio station. That is Big John and company, and Billy. Billy's on his way to Boise State Marshall football game this week.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out, big thank you to the 93.7, the Dawg. Also, the River. Oh man, the next radio station, the River. I mean, we had fun talking.
Yes, we did.
Cecilia?
Cecilia, yeah.
Cecilia,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Blast, always been on the radio with them. We're actually be on the radio with them next week, right?
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes, next week and the week after that. They're giving away the tickets to the September 21st, so always big shout out to them, their sponsors. And, the list goes on, man. We're getting sponsors all the time, but they've been with us from the get-go. Yeah, so, I mean, thank you to everybody that's sharing the post, sharing the poster. Also, the biggest thanks we go out to all the time is our fans. Big Time Pro Wrestling, the fans. If it wasn't for you spending your hard-earned money and sitting there and watching Big Time Pro Wrestling, Lord of the Rings, and telling people about the shows and how great they are, actually, it don't have to be Big Time Pro Wrestling. It can be any wrestling promotion out there. We wouldn't be nothing, and the wrestlers wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't your fans out there that pay your hard-earned money to come and watch the show and spread the word. I mean, we wouldn't be nothing. But a big thank you to Big Time Pro Wrestling, Lord of the Rings, to all the fans out there. I mean, Chris, I've always said that. I mean, I've always been supportive of Big Time Pro Wrestling fans, but anywhere I go, I mean, it don't matter what show I go to, the fans what makes the wrestling.
The fans what makes the wrestling, exactly.
I mean, and that goes from the word of, from anybody out there, Ric Flair or anybody,
Yep.
I mean, it's the fans that goes out there to buys the merchandise, buys the tickets, and brings their kids.
That one person.
The parents brings their kids. That's them, the fans, what does it. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great action-packed card for you that night that you do not want to miss. Once again, Nate Gnarly will go one-on-one with Jason the Gift Kincaid for the River City's championship belt. Yes, that match will take place. And also Chris Miles will go one-on-one with Ricky Cardinal for the BTW championship. So it's a lot more action will take place that night. We'll spread some word, but action-packed card from top to bottom as always. Anything else, Chris, you want to say?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm promoter of Big Time Pro Wrestling, Freddie Cornell, coming at you along with Christopher Angel. Yeah, the commissioner there. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Spread the word, spread the poster out, and we hope to see you at their next show, September the 21st in Huntington, West Virginia, at the Good Samaritan Church Community Center. Hope to see you at ringside. God bless.